Tonight on WTOP10 Nightly News, an Oswego fraternity banished.
Spring is here, but when are these winter-like temperatures going to go away? I'll let you know in just a bit.
Plus, tomorrow is Admitted Students Day at SUNY Oswego.
WTOP10 Nightly News starts now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Owen Miles.
And I'm Eliza Hopkins.
And we have breaking news in the L. Roker studio. Oswego State fraternity Sigma Tau Chi has been permanently expelled from Greek life. The suspension began on March 23rd. The cause of the expulsion is unknown, and Sigma Tau Chi joins Kappa Sigma as the second fraternity to become unrecognized in March.
Fraternity Psi Phi Gamma has also been suspended this month, and Theta Chi will stay on probation until mid-July. Before Sigma Tau Chi's expulsion, only 3 other Oswego organizations were banned from existing in the last 7 years.
The first Admitted Students Day of the semester will be happening tomorrow across campus. The events include tours throughout the day, academic presentations, panels, and more. This being one of the 3 larger admission events Oswego will be hosting as the deadline for college commitment in May approaches. Roughly 300 admitted students will be attending, with around 700 people attending the event in total. So, as April is approaching, we are finally starting to see the showers that bring Mayflowers.
That is right, and let's go to our meteorologist in downtown Oswego, Ryan Murphy. Ryan?
And thank you guys. I'm here outside Zones Calzones. Let me tell you guys, it has been miserable all day. It's been wet, it's been cold, it's been rainy. We still got even the snow sticking around. If you're wondering when that's going to go away, not for a little bit. We're going to have temperatures well into the 20s tomorrow, barely creeping into the 30s. And there's a chance this rain flips into some snow tonight. So unfortunately, that's not really something to look forward to. But I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to run inside, go get some food. I'm really looking forward to that. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ryan.
As students come back to Oswego from spring break, anticipation is in the air for Ozfest. SUNY Oswego's Student Association Programming Board posted on Instagram that this upcoming Tuesday, March 31st, the school will be announcing who will be performing at Ozfest and tickets will become available. However, there have been speculations that the headliner will be a boogie with a hoodie based on a story that was taken off his Instagram.
Penfield Library hosted the Success Fair today from 1 to 4 p.m. Representatives from offices on campus gathered in the Penfield Library lobby to answer questions for students. There was also snacks and drinks courtesy of auxiliary services and giveaways available. The goal was to give students easy access to career and academic help in one place and in a 3-hour window.
During this month of March, Students Help Oz Peers, known as SHOP, has been running a school supply drive for the Children's Center of Oswego. This center is a nonprofit children's care center located in Sheldon Hall here on campus for toddlers and preschoolers. Suggested donation items include craft supplies like coloring supplies, paper, and children's books. Drop-off locations include SHOP, Penfield Library Front Desk, 501 Colkin Hall, and the Compass.
This upcoming weekend, thousands of No Kings protests are set to take place as part of one of the largest days of protests in American history.
Let's send it out to the field where WTOP10 reporter Alexis Jimenez has more on these protests.
Thanks, Owen and Eliza. I'm standing here where the No Kings protest is set to take place this Saturday right here in Oswego. Now, organizers are planning to walk the bridge right here from the Bridge Street Bridge all the way to Washington Square Park, just a mere 3 blocks away. And besides this protest right here in Oswego, thousands of others are set to take place across the country, even as close as Central Square.
Indivisible Oswego County, a bipartisan group that describes themselves as committed to upholding democracy, is calling for citizens in Oswego to stand together for their No Kings, No War rally, as Americans here in Oswego County are concerned about their government's involvement in Middle Eastern affairs, as well as President Trump's usage of immigration officers as TSA workers amongst a partial government shutdown that has seen TSA workers go without pay.
The bipartisan group is hoping that this rally will be part of one of the largest days of peaceful protest in American history. Now, this rally is set to take place this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, right here on the Bridge Street Bridge. For WTOP10 News, I'm Alexis Jimenez, Oswego County.
Thank you, Alexis.
Aside from this rally, indivisible Oswego County is holding a town hall meeting Saturday, April 12th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Lake Ontario Conference Center. Earlier today at 4 p.m., our Career Services hosted a salary and compensation negotiation workshop. This event allowed students to learn how to articulate their value by highlighting their accomplishments in job interviews. They also learned how to research their target salary while building confidence in compensation negotiation skills, allowing them useful tools that can impact their careers for years to come.
Registration season is here. The Advisement Center is once again offering registration workshops to help students with registration tools, and the next ones are tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Registration for Fall 2026 begins this Monday, March 30th. For graduate students, registration starts at 8 a.m. Undergraduate registration is based on earned credits. To check your registration time, go to My Oswego, select the registration card, then click Check Your Registration Time.
Do you want to see some designs made by your fellow students at Oswego? The Design Club is holding their 4th annual design exhibition in the Q Atrium this week. The exhibition features work from students of all majors here at Oswego, and anyone walking to class can stop by and admire their work in the atrium. The work will be on display until March 27th.
With the district wrapping up work for the 2018 capital project as well as the first phase of the 2024 capital project, Oswego City School District is looking to start phase 2 of the 2024 project. This includes changing the tennis courts into a bus loop in the parking lots at the Layton Elementary School, giving the entrance of the high school a facelift, and adding a ramp to the high school for the Americans with Disabilities Act.
If you have been in MCC this past week, you may have noticed the posters set up outside of the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. These posters are on display to celebrate Women's History Month by highlighting some historic women both in Oswego and globally throughout history. Amanda Fennell, the founder of SUNY Oswego Kindergarten Department and the inspiration behind Fennell Hall, is featured. A national figure featured is 7-time Olympic gold medal winning gymnast Simone Biles.
Next Tuesday is the 3rd annual Women's Empowerment Summit here at SUNY Oswego. From 4 to 7 p.m. in the Marano Campus Center, meet an inspiring group of students, alumni, industry professionals, and campus leaders for an evening of empowerment, mentorship, and networking. With last year's event including high-level campus leaders and a diverse range of employer and alumni guests, this year's event is expected to be bigger and better.
The big day is coming soon. The 250th anniversary of the United States is approaching, and our very own Emily Mike has gone home to dig into the past.
Kids say it in school every day. It kicks off government meetings. But did you know the Pledge of Allegiance was born in a small village in western New York? Welcome to Mount Morris, the birthplace of Francis Bellamy, creator of the Pledge of Allegiance. Now you're wondering, how did this small town man get to write the popular pledge? Livingston County historian Holly Watson has the answers.
So the pledge was originally written in 1892 as kind of a result of a new patriotic campaign by the Youth's Companion magazine. Francis Bellamy, the man of the day, was an editor at that magazine, and he was apparently tasked by his boss to create a salute to the flag.
However, there's more than one history buff in Mount Morris. Yale student Ellie Lonsberry lives in Bellamy's childhood home.
This town is filled with old houses. It's filled with houses coming from this time period, and in any one of them you can think of the history that was here. But when you're told this is a place where history happened, you look for it.
When the pledge was first written, Bellamy's draft could have been used for any country, read as follows: I pledge allegiance to my flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Emily. Only 100 days remain until the official 250th anniversary.
Still ahead tonight, a major fire in the Bronx.
Plus, Oswego State softball finished their game against Elmira.
After that, we have Oswego State softball finishing their game against Elmira earlier today, and we will also go over the updated NHL standings. That's coming up next here on WTOP 10.
Spring has started, but when are these temperatures going to get the memo? Stick around, I'll let you know right after the break.
We had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP10.
Go home, that's 3 hours from now!
Maybe that's the best thing you can do.
But after he gets possessed,
his show becomes a smash hit.
Now he's got the greenest show on WTOP 10.
A lot of green going on tonight.
We'll be holding on forever.
Don't miss the limited run of
those great people being.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surfaces this. Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh Boy!
Only on WTOP.
And welcome back to WTOP 10. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Ryan Murphy with your local weather forecast. We're going to start off here with our song of the day, Same Old Situation by Motley Crue, because it has been the same old situation over the past few weeks. It's been cold, it's been rainy, it's spring, and it has not felt like that at all. Taking a look at our live satellite and radar, look at this, it's a mess right now. If you go outside, it's cold, it's wet, it's rainy, it's been pouring on and off all throughout the day. Now, these showers are going to move on out in just a bit, but looking at these current temperatures right now, we got 39 degrees, super humid out. It's just not ideal to go outside at all. And there's even a chance this is going to turn to snow later on tonight. But if you're sick of the cold like I am, I got some good news. That was a little bit for later next week. Temperatures are going to go actually above average. We're going to see some temperatures in the 50s, maybe creep into the 60s there. Finally get rid of that winter mess, and there was a lot of snow mounds on the ground, so it'd be really nice to see those finally melt on out. Now looking here at our supercast here for tomorrow. Now tomorrow is going to be very, very cold. When you wake up in the morning, it's going to be a cool 23 degrees. It's also going to be very windy. Keep that in mind if you got garbage cans out. Make sure you strap them down. You don't want garbage flying over the place. But the sun is going to come on out, but again, super cold, 26 right there. And the sun is going to stay out, but same thing, super cold. It's really just the same whole situation right there. Looking here at our future cast for the rest of the night, the showers are going to move on out. There's a chance they shift to snow because these temperatures are going to drop well below freezing. So keep that in mind. If you wake up in the morning, there's snow on the ground, you'll be like, what? What happened here? It was raining. That's why. But for tomorrow morning, you wake up, it's going to be nice and clear, just very cold, and it's the same old thing throughout the day. A couple of clouds here and there, but nothing really to worry about. Saturday in the morning, those clouds are going to move on in. It'll, warm up, really into the 30s there, but by nighttime, back below into the 20s. Now, as for tonight, temperatures are going to drop down to a cool 24 degrees. For whatever reason you're driving around at night, just keep in mind about the wintry mix there. You might hit a patch of ice or something. It would not be ideal driving over that. Looking here at our full extended forecast for the rest of the week, look at that. You got temperatures in the 50s starting there Monday, Tuesday 54, Wednesday 54. Of course, you got a chance of showers there. You can't really win there, but a lot better than it being freezing cold. That's all I got for my full forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ryan.
A 16-year-old in a BMW led state troopers on a 33-mile car chase yesterday afternoon. At about 1:30 on Wednesday afternoon, officers attempted to stop a 2008 BMW with several violations, but with no avail. During the chase, the BMW intentionally hit a police unit, damaging and disabling it, but the officer remained unharmed. Police were able to detain the 16-year-old boy after he ran out of gas, taking him into custody.
TSA agents have been receiving a generous amount of gift cards from people at the Buffalo Niagara Airport. The partial government shutdown is heavily affecting the TSA, as they've been unpaid for 5 weeks. In response, kind travelers have donated almost $16,000 worth of gift cards to the Buffalo Airport alone. Workers say they are grateful for all of the generosity, with one saying that the public is helping where the government won't.
If you're a junior or senior looking for internships or job opportunities, look no further. Career Services is hosting a virtual event tomorrow at noon as the Center for Careers in Government presents a workshop to learn about the competitive salaries, health benefits, time off, and retirement packages offered by the state. If interested, head to SUNY Oswego's event calendar to access the Zoom link.
A 28-year-old man is facing 34 charges after he brought police on a 10-minute chase through the city of Syracuse. The driver, Jeffrey Maddox, swerved in and out of traffic and collided with a police car, endangering multiple lives. Maddox is also facing 28 additional charges following previous felony warrants. His charges include fleeing from police in a motor vehicle, reckless endangerment, fourth-degree grand larceny, and multiple traffic violations.
Earlier this morning, the top floor of an apartment building in the Bronx caught fire. The resident who lives in the apartment where the fire started was killed, and 4 firefighters have received minor injuries. Over 50 residents are currently left without a home, being housed in hotels provided by Mayor Zoran Mamdani. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation.
A man died after he jumped into the Erie Canal this morning while fleeing from the police. City of Tonawanda police said that they pulled over a gray Volvo sedan after the car made an illegal violation at an intersection. The driver got out of the car, initiating a chase that ended when he plunged into the canal. The man died while the fire department was pulling him out of the water.
Today is Epilepsy Awareness Day, also known as Purple Day. More than 1 million women in the United States are currently living with the neurological condition. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more.
It's a disorder of the brain that can cause unprovoked and unpredictable seizures.
Patients with epilepsy will say that that's one of the worst things about their epilepsy. They never know when it's going to come.
Dr. Danielle Becker with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says epilepsy takes an extra toll on women and girls throughout their lives. Things like puberty, menstruation, pregnancy, post-pregnancy, and menopause can all lead to hormone fluctuations that may impact seizure severity, but she says treatments can help.
So even if we can't stop your seizures, but we know they're going to come around this time of month, the moment that you feel something, you would take this rescue medication to try to shut it down and also prevent it from occurring.
Becker says epilepsy and medications taken for it can also put bone health at risk, lead to birth control failure, and pregnancy complications. But she says with the care of a doctor or specialist, complications are rare.
I have had patients come to my office and tell me that they were told that because they have epilepsy, they can't have a baby. And that is not true. And many, many patients with epilepsy have normal, healthy babies.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
There are guidelines put out by major epilepsy health organizations that help guide treatment and remind providers to talk to patients about the impact of these anti-seizure medications.
Still ahead tonight, Oswego State women's lacrosse took on Fredonia yesterday, and the Buffalo Bills made 3 more additional free agency signings. That'll be coming up here on WTOP 10.
$50. You better watch out. You got swat you like a bug. I'm scared of Joe with a bat. Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you because your team is a failure. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh. Just like that. That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
All right, put the bat down.
All right. This number's like. Sorry, Joe. You're right. Sorry. Yeah.
Welcome to WTOP 10 Sports. I'm Braden Peters, and we have a lot of action news to get into. Starting off with Oswego State's softball team. They took on Elmira earlier today on the road. The Lakers walked away with a 7-0 shutout victory. 5 of the Lakers' 7 runs came in the 3rd inning. First baseman Ryan Perico and catcher Emma Bazitsky led Oswego State with 2 hits apiece in the victory. Today was supposed to be a doubleheader between both teams, but the second game was canceled due to the weather. And then also yesterday, Oswego State women's lacrosse found similar success as they defeated Fredonia 12-5 on the road. After being up 6-4 in the 3rd quarter, the Lakers scored 6 unanswered goals to put the game out of reach for the Blue Devils. Midfielder Alexis Hill finished with 5 goals to lead the Lakers in scoring, while midfielder Cassidy Croats picked up a hat trick. The Lakers will host Morrisville for Senior Day this Saturday at 1 p.m. Oswego State men's lacrosse goalie Seamus Hand and midfielder Emma Starowitz both reached career highs on Saturday. For more on that, here is Lucas Marcus Silva.
500 saves and 100 points. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, those are the new milestones reached by Seamus Hand and Emma Starowitz. The Oswego State men's lacrosse team is heading into SUNYAC play with a 6-1 record, and 2 of their main players are leading the way. Senior goalkeeper Seamus Hand has surpassed 500 career saves, continuing to anchor a defense that has been crucial to the Lakers' success.
Great, I've had great groups in front of me for a long time. My defensemen are, studs, D-mids, defensemen, everybody. It's a group thing. When you see a goalie's success, it's a group effort. It's not one guy, so very grateful for sure.
Hand has proven that this season with 94 saves and a .6 save percentage, providing consistency in the net throughout the whole year. On the offensive side, junior midfielder Emmett Starwitsky has reached 100 career points, while leading the team with 26 points in just 7 games this season.
Oh, pretty good. I obviously couldn't have done it without my teammates or my coaches, or this program really has built me very well, so yeah.
Starwitsky continued to be a key player for the Lakers, building on his all-SUNYAC level production from last season. Head coach Andrew Daly says having both as leaders sets the tone for the entire team.
I'm super lucky. I mean, you know, not only it's awesome because not only are they great on the field, but they're both captains for us. You know, their success on the field is built from what they do off the field. And I think, you know, anytime you have guys that are stacking up stats like that, we're going to have success on the field too.
Now the Lakers focus on Suniac play, where every game is a battle. The Lakers will travel to face Morrisville, looking to carry the momentum into conference competition. Reporting for WTOP10, I'm Lucas Marquez. Now back to the desk.
Well, thank you, Lucas. The Bills aren't done yet in free agency as they signed 3 new players to 1-year deals today. Buffalo signed former Carolina Panthers guard Austin Corbett, center Lloyd Cushenberry III, and former Bills receiver Trent Sherfield. The Bills have been looking for a replacement for left guard David Edwards, who left in free agency for the New Orleans Saints. Edwards was given a 4-year, $61 million contract. So now moving on to the NHL action. We're getting close to the end of the season, but start off with the Atlantic relating to the Buffalo Sabres. Still, even though they lost to Boston last night in overtime, they got the point. Right now, 3 points ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Going against Detroit over the weekend on Saturday will be a crucial win. Tampa Bay is still a hot team that Buffalo needs to be able to fend off. And now switching over to the Metropolitan for your Islanders fans out there right now, still sitting in 4th place, 11 points back from the Hurricanes. It'll be really tough to be able to catch them, but at least if they're able to get past the Blue Jackets, which are they're only 2 points back from, it's very makeable. Still a lot of games left this season. It's very doable. And then looking over, that carries over in the wild card right now. They are tied with Ottawa for the last spot in the wild card for the Eastern Conference, the Islanders. So again, it's very doable. They'll look to beat the Florida Panthers this weekend. So now switching over to New York Yankees action, they managed to take on the San Francisco Giants to start the season. And already they start off in the 3rd inning with a run thanks to the likes of Jose Calabrero. And he managed to get all the way to second base. And the scoring didn't stop there in the 3rd inning, as right after that, Brian McMahon drills this one out towards center field, driving in at least Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Calabrero up 3-0 now for the Yanks off that pitch from the starter Logan Webb, who got the start for the Giants on the mound. So moving over now to the Trent Grisham, who managed to get this huge triple out to right center field. McMahon comes in along with the catcher Austin Wells. Yankees pouring it on 5-0 in the 3rd inning so far. And as also, it was a very close call for Grisham to be able to get there. But now switching over to later on, Judge strikes out on the 2-2 count. Not the best of days for the opening day for Aaron Judge. 4 strikeouts on 5 at-bats. But then to help at least increase the lead, 5th inning, Stanton singles to center, driving in Cody Bellinger, giving the lead up 6-0 for the Yanks. They managed to go on to get their first win of the season, 7-0. So coming up after the break, we have the Pet of the Week, so stick with us.
Well, you know what time it is, the best part of the show.
Here we have Daisy, WTOP's best pet of the week.
She is an 11-year-old puggle that loves to cuddle.
And even though she can't see, Daisy knows how to take charge.
Oh, you guys got any pets?
I have 2 cats, and they're also on the older side. My one cat's turning 14. He's an old man. He is a very old man.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
How about you, Eliza? Do you have any pets?
A lot of chickens.
Ooh,
Yes.
chickens.
Okay.
All right.
Used to have horses. We had 2 or 3. Yeah.
That's a report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Stick to Sports and Laker Connections.
Thank you for watching.
And have a great night, everyone.